Welcome to this video about how to commission the CRS demo kit. First thing we need to make sure is that we are connected to the mains 230 volt AC only, to 230 volt AC only. We switch on the security breaker and you should see something happening with the kit. Next thing is to connect the USB, and you need a double male USB cable for this. You connect that. So now we have connection to the automation server that is in here. We have also already connected our network to the automation server, and we have created the loop that we need to get the network between the automation server and RPC to work. So when we look in the device administrator, we see that we now have a host name and we have an IP address, and this IP address here, that is the same as for the automation server backup that we will use. Netmask, gateway, DNS, and so on. Looking here at Ethernet 2 configuration, you should make sure you have dual IP and DHCP mode server. So let's see if we can log into this. Opening workstation, in this case the automation server is empty, so I use the default password, admin, like that. And I need to change my password. So old password was admin, and new password should be course1 exclamation mark, where course, where the C has a capital, where the C is capital. So I confirm this by typing course1 exclamation mark again, and now I have my password. Logging into the engineering mode first time. So now I'm logged into my server and I would like to restore something, because so this is when you restore the backup that's on the box or on the exchange, and you right click and click restore. And since we do not have a backup set, we will need to import one. So I'm importing this, and here's the link to the shared box. So I just click there and I select this demo kit CRS free ASB B1 floor 1 and this one here. So I will import this, and now when that is in progress I will restore this. So now I'm restoring this, and it was successful, and now it needs to be restarted. So we need to wait a while here before we can log in again. So now I will try to log in to the automation server. Password is username is admin. Password is course1 exclamation mark, where the first letter, the letter C, is capital. So now I'm successfully logged in, and I have a small database here. I go to the BACnet interface, and there is an IP network too, and you can see that we have this RPC here, and we have some IO resources, but right now this needs to be connected to something. So in this setup, I'm pretty good because I have already done this before, but you need to go to the IP network and make sure that you have F1 East Wing here, and so then you know that your restore was successful. Next thing we want to do is to get to highlight the SmartX controller, and we go to device discovery and we select the type here that's called BACnet devices, and we can see that it found our BACnet device here. It's also already got a device ID and it's hosted. So in this case, if you haven't done this before, you have a brand new kit, you need to host this and initialize that device. And you can do that in several ways. One of the more simple way is just drop it here. And then you get the question, what device ID is this, and so on. After that, you also need to make sure that that this device is downloaded with all the objects. So you need to download this. And then you get a couple of alarms. But when that is done, we are a little bit closer to getting online with everything. So now we have downloaded online RPC with some IO resources. So let's go back to the control panel and have a check about the firmware. So let's go to firmware upgrade view, and you can see that there is an inactive firmware. So the upgrade process in this case already started. So we need to wait a little bit so we need to make an upgrade here. Going to the advanced and device upgrade firmware. Select device firmware. Make sure you have the correct version. This is the one that comes with the backup. Download firmware and immediately. Select that and OK. So now this firmware upgrade process will start. It will take a while, and after that you will see some alarms coming and some alarms going, but you need to do this, and it's kind of a slow process. You can see we have a couple of alarms here, and we can check them all and just leave the ones that are active. And you can see that we now are going from offline to operational. We just need to be patient and wait this out. What I'm doing now, I'm right-clicking here again, device, download all objects, making sure that all the objects are downloaded all the way. Done. Okay. So let's go and look here on the room bus. And we can see that we have firmware version and everything seems to be normal. In my case, I have already done this exercise, but if you have a completely new demo kit, this also needs to wait until all these are online again and with the correct firmware version. Here's the sensor bus, and we can see that it's also operational. So it seems to work. So what can we do now to check if this is working? First, let's check here on the RPC expansion devices. Here's one low voltage blind, and here's the dolly device, and we have the multi-sensor. So it seems to be okay. Sometimes this here is causing a little bit of a problem, but if it does, if it causes problem, you can do a device discovery and see if that helps. You click those binoculars there, and I won't do that because then I will lose the connection. But if you don't have the connection, you can do that. Just drag it over, and you have this light 01 working. You can also check here that we have the light address 0, which shouldn't say null, because then we don't have this working. So let's go to the folder where there's an application folder here, 101, and there are some graphics here. One of the graphics is called Scene Control Panel. So let's open that. Let's make it a little bit bigger. In this case, we have the selected scene vacant, which leaves us with 30% of light, and the blinds are up. So if we change this, and I will just remove, this is no longer needed. We can change here in the display, and we can set it to cleaning mode. And the light goes up, and the blind should be up as well, maximum light. And you can set this to projector mode. Light goes down, and after a while the blind should go down too. And you can see the simulation here of the blinds going down. If you like, you can also maximize the light by or minimize it by selecting the button there and just click until you're satisfied. So let's maximize this. Same with the blinds. Let's up the blind or down the blinds. So this is how to commission the demo kit.